Internet friends, my name is Tim Schrock at Design Build Solutions. Today's Tech Tip Tuesday is about creating a cabinet door from a window. Let's try this out. I'm going to draw just a room. The question arose as someone was trying to do custom muttons in a cabinet door and realized that she could not load the muttons into the cabinet door. And so we were discussing that that tool's not available in cabinets. It's available in Windows. And then it was recommended that we could do it in the window and turn the window into a cabinet door. I've got a video about creating a cabinet door from polyline solids, but I want to try this one here. So I'm going to change my window to a fixed glass, and let's do it as how should we do this? Say 20. Should we do 24 wide? Let's do 18 wide and 30 tall. If I do too much, if I don't do this door at a good proportion, any changing and stretching the door for the cabinet sizes will also stretch the muttons, if you will, the muttons, if you will, of the cabinet door. I'm going to turn off my casings. I'm going to turn off my sills. I'm going to turn off my frame. And in the sash, I'm going to say, what do we do here? Let's say 2.5 all the way around. And let's say 3/4 for the depth. And inset, I'm not sure what inset's going to do. I don't think it'll matter because we are actually going to try to get rid of everything anyway before we turn this into a symbol. So let's try this. I think she was trying to do some custom like oval. I'm going to set up some construction lines so we can center this on the middle of things, and then I'm going to turn off my angle snaps. Let's do this. I'm going to do it like so. No, that doesn't make sense because that doesn't look right on the oval. Copy this about the center. All right. Select all the items that I want to block. The ellipse and these 4 kind of angle lines to the corners, and we're going to block that and then select the window and load muttons here. Now it's not going to pick up that oval, so we're going to drop the muttons, and let's undo the block, and let's turn this into a polyline, convert curve to a polyline, and let's say 2 per quarter. How many sides do I want? 20. So now I can shift select these objects. There should be 5 objects, and we'll convert that into a CAD block. And let's load this in here like so. Now I'm going to delete the room, the other walls. I'm going to go into my perspective, and I'm going to delete the surfaces because I don't want any surfaces that are present in the model when I create this as a symbol. I'm going to just spin it all around, make sure I got all the surfaces, top and bottom. One thing I might not like this with is because now the muttons, there is no control of the muttons separate from the frame if you wanted that. To be, if you wanted these in the glass to be a different color than the frame, you might not want to use this method because you can't separate the color control with Windows. Muttons don't separate. And so once more, I'm going to delete that, and we'll just spin that around like so. And then I will convert this. Now, let's look closely here. Interesting. I'm looking at the muttons, and it looks like it's on top of the glass and on both sides. So that's what I kind of wanted to see that. Now I'm going to use my 3D, is it 3D or tools? Tools, symbol, convert to symbol. And this is going to be, I'm going to use the cabinet door drawers, and I would show advanced options, and we could control the, oh, see, this is why you want to delete those surfaces. It's shown, see, it's shown up these surfaces here in the wall. Let's see, can I make this an invisible wall? If I make it an invisible wall, unfortunately, the window goes away. So that's not good. Let's show the wall again. Delete these surfaces here. Additional things. Let's see if that works. Tools, symbol, convert, symbol. I don't know why these are showing up here. That's annoying because that's not part of my door. I don't want these lines over here to show up. Tools, symbol, get last symbol. If I drop that in there, that's gonna, you can see that's the symbol. It's that large. Well, let's do this. Maybe I can do a new, I'm gonna copy this symbol and do a new file, paste that symbol here, and then we'll do, I can't even see the, huh. It's so small I can't even see it to delete it. That's not good. I can't delete it because I can't see them. Hmm. I make this into a, I make this, here, let's do this. I'm going to drop my cabinet here, and I'm going to pick up my object painter, paint this on there. that up as a symbol from here. I would have to put it into my library. Convert selected to symbol. It's already a symbol. I don't need to do that. Edit my CAD block. That's not what I want. I could just... It's not going to do it. I have to add this to the library. Now I paint that on there. See how small it is? Because I've got this so large, it would just do that. Change my camera background, backdrop, black. There it is. It's right there. So maybe that's what I need to do. I need to go with a black backdrop, so when I delete these, I can... It's really hard to see. Holy moly. Yeah, there it is, right there. I think I got it. I think I got it. Now I can turn this into a symbol. Convert to symbol, cabinet drawer. We're going to add to library. If you want to play with the advanced options, you can certainly do that. Things like the materials, the names, the standard options. See, we can only control, with this method, we can only control 2 of the materials. We can control the material of the frame, and the buttons now are 1, and then the glass is a 2nd. That's the only control we'd have. Now that's cool, but this, we're not going to be able to get any custom edging on here. Like if you had a profile on the inside or outside of the stiles and rails of your cabinet, you wouldn't be able to do that with this method. You can change the width of the buttons in the window, so you can change that, but once again, you couldn't change any profiles of those. Let's click OK, and now let's go over here and drop that on here, and see how because it's stretched to the size of the door, it's no longer an ellipse, it's more of a circle. So you'd almost have to create multiple doors, multiple windows, multiple widths to maintain that ellipse look, if that's what you wanted. So that is a 33-inch. We made this, what, an 18-inch window? Yes. So if we had a 36-inch door, that would be probably the closest to this, but that doesn't make sense either, so. There you go. Now you got the ellipse look. Now I could paint this as a, so when I paint the frame, you'll notice the buttons, if you will, are painted that same color, and the glass is a separate color. Let's paint that. Let's paint that just for now, this drywall color. There you go. Let's look closely at this. Open up the doors. You see the buttons inside and outside the doors. inside and outside that glass pane, so to speak. Let's take a section of this. Let's see what the doors look like. There's your window frame. That's the only shape you're going to be able to make. No profiles on the outer edge or the inner edge here. This line is the mutton. This is the glass. And this line is the mutton on the inside of the door. I hope that's helpful for you. If you like this, click like and subscribe. If you found this education valuable, would you consider a small donation at paypal.me/designbuildsolutions. Thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.